Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We are trying out the EZA TEQ LSSJ BROLY against Red Zone Kid BUU. The first of, I'm sure, many videos trying him out against difficult content. We already have the rotation we're looking for to have him set up, which is of course with the Carnival LR. Don't think we can get BROLY, Chi-Line, Lemo, 7 orbs. However, we do have our 18 key super guaranteed. So not only are we going to get the 120% attack and defense on super, but we're going to get the extra 120 for it bringing an 18 key super attack as well. So I'm completely here for that, along with BROLY, Chi-Line, Lemo's support. And I'm very much looking forward to this. I mean, Kid BUU, of course, his main phase is an int phase, so BROLY is going to have type disadvantage. So I'm really curious to see how he does there. 28 mil attack stat, honestly, how quickly, I say how quickly, there's no build up. There's literally no build up. And that's what makes BROLY insanely good, is how strong he is with no build up, nothing. He just has that. He just does that. Oh, a little bit of my, like, 5 dodge coming in. Double digits on normals, which is good. I mean, this is as weak as he's going to get, considering he doesn't have all the extra numbers. But more importantly, he doesn't have his guard right now. So, double digits on normals, of course, very good start. And while we haven't got these guys, they're 7 orbs. I'm hoping that 50% chance of that dodge ends up kicking in. Unless we're going to get a triple. Triple, I think we might be alright. I think a Kid BUU normal, we might be alright with these guys. But the fact he can pull out almost a 30 million attack stat with no build up is generally absurd. Like, it's actually stupid. Like, to me, it's stupid. Like, how is it possible that you can generally dish out that much damage with no stacking? Because that was turn 1. No stack, no build up, no per key sphere obtain. All it was a little bit of support from BROLY, Chi-Line, Lemo. And that's how much damage Tech BROLY's doing straight away. And he's still yet to transform. He's still yet to get to his strongest point. And that's what he's doing turn 1. It's stupid. It's stupid. Not only is it sick, because it means you can just fly through. However, there is a minor double-edged sword that does end up rearing its head, which I did think about. Which is, with the amount of damage he can do, again, with no build-up, he just does that. That is what BROLY does. Monster. You're also surrounded by other damage dealers, who, funnily enough, are also BROLYs, but you've got the Carnival LR, the 9th anniversary one. If you are facing a movie heroes enemy, or especially a Goku enemy, the int one's super attacking about 5-6 times. We now have the new one coming out as well, who looks ridiculously good. You're doing a ton of damage, which is great. But if there's any units on the team, which off the top of my head, there isn't too many. I mean, there's a couple that can build up, but literally like 1 or 2. So it might not end up being too bad. If you ever use Tech LR BROLY on a team where there's units that need to build up, you need to take time to build their passive, maybe their stackers. I mean, int BROLY is one of them. Especially if the more you remove his conditions, or the more you remove, you know, the situations where he is the strongest, you know, you take away a Goku, you take away a movie hero's enemy, or a pure Saiyan, or a hybrid Saiyan, etc, etc. So he basically has little damage reduction, the more he relies on the stacks. So the quicker you end up flying through the event, the less units get to build up because of how much damage you're doing. And Tech LR BROLY is a big part of that, considering, I mean, well, look how much damage he did, right? So there is going to be that. Now, luckily for the teams, you know, he goes on and everyone shares. Lucky enough, there isn't too many units to build up aside from pretty much int BROLY. And then if you're not facing a pure Saiyan, a hybrid Saiyan, or a movie hero's enemy, you're probably not going to bring him with you. So that is a good thing. However, it always is potentially a possibility if you do decide to run him elsewhere. You know, outside of essentially movie bosses, outside of potentially, actually no, maybe just movie bosses. But then, you know, if you do run him on, say, 9th anniversary BROLY's team, which I'm pretty sure he goes on, right? Yeah, he goes on his 200% lead. You run him on that team, then there's definitely some build-up units in there. So you might want to be a little bit careful. So while all this damage is good, that additional was huge, by the way. We want as many of those additionals as possible right now while he doesn't have guard, so we can get the extra defense. Was there no attacks? Oh, I don't think I noticed that. I don't think we got hit. I don't think Tech BROLY had any hits come for him. Oh no, no, we literally didn't. We literally didn't. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, we're good. We are good. And then the next time he comes back, he'll be transforming and he'll be good to go. We are going to leave it like this. Can we get BROLY, Chila, and Lemo their orbs? It's not looking likely. Maybe now? No. I mean, we can get some support, but they do have type advantage, so hopefully they just triple super again. I'm hoping we get to see the domain this time, or at least EZA TEQ LR BROLY under the 9th anniversary BROLY's domain. Because we didn't get to see it in the showcase, so at least this time around, hopefully we get to see it. Hopefully we don't do too much damage with every BROLY on this team to the point where we don't get to see it. The active skill we're definitely going to see. I saved it last time, just so we can actually see what he does without it. But this time we'll definitely see that. I'm pretty sure I have to turn my animations on. Oh no, they're definitely off. I remembered I used Carnival or BROLY's active skill to transform him and it didn't play. So yeah, I need to put those on. I need to put those on. Right, we've got the active skill off, which means we do have the key plus 24, an extra 48% attack for 1 turn. Now, we only have 192 HP, so we do kind of need to be careful. But BROLY is ready to go. He is ready to go right now. No domain just yet. I don't think we're gonna die. I mean, I hope we're not gonna die. Because we don't have too much HP. I feel like we'll be okay. I feel like we'll be okay. I would have liked to have seen his active skill with the domain active, but that's completely fine. Because I know right now with everyone transformed, you know, a lot of units having their active skills ready, we're just going to end up doing a ton of damage. So, you know, we might as well use it now. 77 million? Excuse me? 77 million. And a 46 million additional. 77. Are we okay? What do you mean 77 million? Only 19 damage. I mean, he has his guard, but 77. What? Bearing in mind. This is without like a Team Turles support or BROLY, Chila, and Lemo support. This is without a domain active. So, say the rotation had BROLY, Chila, and Lemo on it, or Team Turles, and also annoyingly we just got it now. Say we had 9th anniversary BROLY domain active. You're telling me it would have been more than 77 million? It generally doesn't feel like it's real. I know we've got to crazy points with attack stats, right? And I know that he's not putting out 77 million every turn. That is literally just a 1-turn thing because of his active skill. But 77 million. Bearing in mind, he done 2 additionals that didn't even become super attack, so he actually could have done even more damage. And actually, Kid BUU might have been close to being dead. I mean, he's close to being dead as it is, but I mean, like, actually dead. 77 million. I said, if 9th anniversary BROLY's domain was active and we had some support on that rotation, you're telling me it would have been higher? I actually want to get that off purely for the shits and giggles now. I want to get a rotation going. If I don't do it in the Supreme Magnificent Battle Beast Gohan video, I'm going to purposely set it up and like make it into a short. I want to see EZA TEQ LR BROLY with the Carnival LR BROLY support and a domain active. It's not even difficult to do. That is bound to happen. But I specifically want it lined up with his active skill, and I want to see what numbers he's putting out. Mine's not even rainbowed. I mean, that 10% isn't going to make that much of a difference, right? But that's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, we're not going to get to the second turn, but just for my pride at this point, I actually just want to win. Purely because of how much damage BROLY just did, and Kid BUU's almost dead. I actually just want to win, so I've double weased just to make sure we win, because we're not going to make it to the next turn. I can't get over that. 77 million attack stat with a 40 mil additional. What's going on? We've come a long way in Dokkan. Do you remember when 10 mil used to be loads? Do you remember when 20 mil was the... Oh my god, how are you getting to that much? 77! Damn. Damn. And again, that's without 9th anniversary Broly's domain. That's without it. Jesus. And I mean, off of what? 2 super attacks and guard? Tanking Kid BUU for double digits. I mean, we didn't get to see him get super attacked. He probably would have took some damage there. And we did have low health, so more than likely we might have died. But one thing's for certain, by looking at the numbers Broly will get from, you know, super attacking, additionals, the guard, you know, the numbers he gets from his passive, I reckon normal-wise, Broly's fine against everyone. Super attack-wise, I reckon Kid BUU... I reckon if Broly gets all of his additionals, I reckon he survives, but I reckon Kid BUU does a ton of damage. I think, obviously, the less additionals you do, say if Broly only additionals once, he may die. Or he may survive with very little health. I can't decide which one it would be. I think against Gohan, again, he may survive depending on the additionals. I feel like, again, if you don't get any of them, I feel like he may die. But that's fine. I don't need you to tank every super attack in the game for nothing. But we'll find that out. We'll find that out in the next video. I'm still curious of how well he can defend against some of the hardest enemies in the game. I feel like he may survive, but he would just take a decent amount of damage. But we'll see, because his defense definitely is the weaker part of his kit, but that guard is going to help massively, and especially if he's an additional and a ton and getting an extra defense, because if he super attacks once, that's 50%, and then there's potentially like an extra 2, 3, 30% defenses from the 12 key. So that's a ton of extra defense, along with having guard. I feel like super attacks from the hardest hitting enemies in the game will probably hurt him quite a bit. Will he get one shot? I'm not sure, but I do think he'll take some damage. As long as he survives them, I don't mind. Especially when he's putting out 77 million attack stats. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.